Cheers. Hi everyone, I'm Gilbert Kumpukwe from version 8. So as a campaign manager, this pretty much entails, so day to day, it pretty much entails looking at the different accounts and trying to make sure that everything is running smoothly. So we might have 5-10 different accounts that I manage, and what happens is that I need to make sure that each account is performing according to the KPIs that have been set. So those are the key performance indicators which the client wants to see on a monthly basis. And that's how, so my job then would be to make sure that, if we're running lead ads or we're trying to generate leads for the business, maybe it's 100 leads a month, then I need to make sure that those ads are working at the optimal level to go and deliver those 100 leads every month. If they're not, I need to then think of ways of why an account might be underperforming, and I need to try and understand how we can get it to perform to the level that it should. And that's what a campaign manager does, just managing different accounts for the clients and making sure that they are receiving the results that they pay for. 4 or 5 years ago, I jumped into digital marketing. Then I started off doing social media marketing. I was working it was a side hustle that I was doing actually while I had a full-time job. So it just intrigued me. It was again, it was one of those things where I wasn't 100% sure where I was gonna go in life, but after finishing varsity, I tried to find what I was actually interested in and passionate about. Then social media came along. I did a course. From there, I pushed myself to get some kind of work on the side, which I managed to do. And from there, it just continued to, progress from one business to the next. So that's how I ended up in digital marketing. Campaigns obviously differ according to the objective. So for example, if we were to do maybe a brand awareness campaign, in terms of that, what might be quite effective, or what we have seen rather effective, is, for example, video. Using short videos, less than a minute long. Usually what happens on Facebook, for example, is that, Facebook is a highway. It's literally people are scrolling through their news feeds and they're just rushing through. So you need to grab their attention. And if you have a video for longer than 2, 3, 4 minutes, it's more likely that it would perform better on YouTube, for example. So on Facebook, that brand awareness campaign, if a video is less than a minute, it would perform quite well. Again, it has to be, of course, engaging. There is other creative elements to it, but what we've noticed is that videos shorter than a minute, because of the nature of Facebook and social and Instagram, for example, people scroll through their feed so quickly. Something short, straight to the point, gets more engagement than anything else. So that would be an example of a sort of effective campaign strategy. So time frame differs as well, because we might have a client who wants to work with us for 3 months, so then that campaign would only last for 3 months, or in some cases it would last for a year. But usually we have ongoing campaigns where we've set out at the beginning that this is what we're going to do. For example, one of the campaigns we run is lead generation, and that is when we take budget and direct ads towards generating leads for businesses. So with that sort of campaign, it in terms of optimizing those campaigns and performance-wise, every, I would say about 2 to 3 weeks, we would maybe go in and change the copy or change the image, because over time, as the ad continues to run for ongoing, then what happens is that the frequency also goes high. So that just means that the amount of times people are seeing your ad. So let's say if you go into your campaigns and you look at your frequency for an ad that has been running for months and months, and you see that your frequency is, I don't know, 4, it means that on average, that person is seeing your ad 4 times in their newsfeed, which is not ideal because it means that you might also be annoying them, or they're seeing your ad too often, and that's what you need to try and avoid. So in order to do that, what is quite effective is that when you change the image or when you change the copy, that then it's sort of like a trigger telling Facebook, hey, look, I've changed the creative, or hey, look, I've changed the copy. Now you can actually show people something new and something different. That's usually something that we focus on, trying to make sure that people aren't seeing the same creative and same copy. So it's important that after every two weeks you might want to change things up. But again, it also depends on the frequency and how often people are actually seeing your ad. So again, time frame just depends on what the client wants to achieve, whether we've signed them as ongoing or maybe it's just a month to month. But we do optimize quite regularly, and we always have new creatives for that. So I think we've reached that stage where a lot of brands have caught on to the fact that social media is definitely something they should be considering, or definitely something they should have as part of their marketing strategy. There's lots of data showing that a lot of users, a lot of people are sitting on social media for, on average, you could be looking at 2 to 3 hours in a day. People are literally scrolling through Twitter, Instagram. But the fact is that people are on social media, and we as marketers look to where the attention is. And social media is one of those places, one of the platforms where a lot of the attention is. People are sitting on Instagram stories, people are going through a whole bunch of tweets and tweeting each other and the likes. So what has happened is that a lot of people are going online, they're engaging with each other, and we are able to then reach them where they're most likely going to be. When it comes to, for example, Facebook, that's mainly where I focus on in terms of campaigns, Facebook and Instagram. We focus a lot on those two platforms because Facebook has so much data. It's got the most data compared to any other social media platform, which also then gives us a lot of arsenal, if you will, regarding targeting, regarding trying to find the ideal client. We can chip and chop in so many different ways in terms of interest targeting, for example. So Facebook targeting is just so broad that there is no other social media platform that allows us to target to the minutest level, if I should say. And that's really why it's quite powerful, and not to mention that it's still holds the record for the amount of people, most amount of people on a social platform. So a lot of the attention is there, and that's why we focus on it. We also are able to track the performance, as I mentioned, leads, conversions on your website. So when people go from your Facebook ad, for example, right through to your website and take an action, whether that's filling in a form or just submitting or downloading a PDF that you have, we're able to track those movements and able to track those actions, which Facebook allows us to do easily. With Facebook, we're also allowed to use Facebook Messenger, and Facebook Messenger is just a platform where it allows us to, when someone messages your page, they engage with a automated bot. And what you allow this bot to do is, well, it's entirely up to you, but the bot can have a conversation with the person that has messaged your page and put them into different funnels or sequences or different parts of conversation. But we can also use Facebook Messenger, what we call Facebook Messenger ads. So we run ads to this messaging platform where people are able to engage with your ad in Messenger. So that is the messaging platform of Facebook, and that has just given us a host of opportunities to now engage with audiences on behalf of the brands as well. That's it, folks. Be sure to catch us on social media. Feel free to reach out to us as well. We're always keen to talk, to chat, to engage with people. So definitely hope to see you on the social media end of things. Cheers.